Today we're talking about Avowed's officially announced delayed, and holy crap, new Darkshire game's on its way. Neat. Alright, jokes aside. The game has officially been delayed to February 18th, 2025. My only real objection to this announcement is they gave a really BS excuse. Just right here. So many games coming. As such, we're moving Avowed to February 18th, 2025 to give players' backlogs some more breathing room. Oh, Obsidian. That's cute of you to think that my backlog's ever going to shrink significantly without an apocalypse or world-ending event. Oh, you're so naive. So naive. Right, but what's the problem with this? Well, if we hop over here to Polygon's list of games coming out, you can see, because this game was originally set to release in February, it doesn't have a lot of actual competition. There's plenty of great indie games, like later this month we got SteamWorld Heist 2, which I'll be streaming. Star Wars Bounty Hunters is remaster got released. World of Goo did pretty well, so its sequel will probably do equally decent. Black Myth Wukong's the only major competition, but it's not even coming to Xbox for a time. We all know Concord's going to fail, and as rather than doing a whole video on that, let me just say that the current administration inherited the previous administration's decisions to make Concord, so little they can do about that. Let's see what they're going to do to change it now that they have power, though personally, I have to say, don't expect major changes at Sony. They're going to continue doubling down on wokeness because a lot of the video game industry are straight zombie corporations. That aside, Endzone 2, but that's only early access. Core Keeper, I'm looking forward to. Visions of Mana, a JRPG, could provide some decent competition, but come on. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm sorry. Star Wars Outlaws will be coming out later this month. Casting of Frank Stone. Because let's just look at major titles, because that's what the majority of the audience, the general audience, are going to play. Casting of Frank Stone. Space Marine 2, but like that game there is going to be at best 8 to 15 hours. Let's just cap Space Marine 2 at 20. Not significant competition, because again, they're not even the same genre. Dead Rising remaster, they're changing stuff, so no idea how well that's going to do. Greedfall 2 is early access, so not competition. Light Pop Chainsaw, another game I'm looking forward to. But again, it's not going to be stiff competition. Zelda will take up a lot of the Switch users' time because Zelda games are really well made. And even with the game featuring, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that actually you play as Zelda, like that game's going to do really well. I mean, Spirit Tracks was a blast to play on the 3DS, so Nintendo can cook when it comes to a Zelda game with Zelda as a playable, well, quasi-playable character. But in this case, it'll actually be straight playable. Then we go to October. We're now in October. I don't believe the Silent Hill 2 remake is going to do well. So it's not even competition. Fantasy Life. It's only going to be on the Switch. Again, the Fantasy Life series, fantastic. I did not play the mobile game, which was the sequel, but the first game was amazing. A lot of RPG mechanics. You have various classes which will allow you to choose specific mechanics you can use. And then, like a Room Factory, you can level up all these different types of skills. Great franchise, but it's only going to be on the Switch. So the Switch people are going to be eating well. And as I own a Switch, I may stream that. But realistically, I'll probably be on the major title Metaphor ReFantasia, which comes out the next day. That's what a lot of RPG fans are probably going to be playing. And since it's a Shin Megami game, which will be between 40 to 100 hours. You never really know when you're playing a Shin Megami game, and that's basically the Shin Megami formula, except for with more political simulator. And then you have Call of Duty. Even though that franchise is diminished, it still cooks. A lot of people are just going to be sitting there playing that. So if you were actually going to release any time to your Call of Duty, yeah, push that back. Now we go into winter. Farmagia, again, only on the Switch. It's that new Room Factory-like game. They're changing up the formula. Splitterhead, we haven't seen any footage of, so we just expect that to be delayed. I heard this interesting saying the other day. If you haven't seen footage of a game by summer, do not expect it to come out in winter. So there's not a lot of competition. And let's be honest, yeah, like I said, so naive. Yeah, there's no apocalypse coming, although World War III may start here soon, so I may be forced to actually complete that backlog. Okay. Now, this next part is speculation, so if you're just here for the news and comparison to what's coming out, thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe. See you next video. Now, my speculation is that the game needs more time. Yes, they could release it in the state it is in, but it started during a time when you could get away with vastly less in an RPG. Then Elden Ring came out. It showed that, hey, no hand-holding and do a lot of environmental storytelling. Then Baldur's Gate 3 came out showing, hey, put RP in your RPG. No, players don't care if they get locked out of decisions. They don't have to do everything in one playthrough. They'll just do another playthrough if they really, really want to experience it. Avowed can adapt to no hand-holding quest design. That's just reshaping how quests are done. That can be overhauled during development. But Avowed has been in development so long, it's just not going to match the current standard. And we've already seen Avowed's developers defend the game. Oh, it's not going to have romances. It's not going to have all these features that other games have. It's going to be more comparable to the Outer Worlds. You know, just defending the game. And under normal circumstances, they could probably get away with this, but their next game's got to be really good, otherwise it's going to be in trouble. But Pimp Daddy Microsoft is coming through the offices of Xbox asking where the hell its money is and its margins. Where the hell my money and margins? So, not a good time to have a game flop for any reason whatsoever. And just being really good on Game Pass isn't going to fly anymore for Microsoft, because Microsoft wants Xbox to have better margins and actually be profitable. With Microsoft breathing on Xbox's neck, Obsidian cannot afford to have Avowed failed. So, we look here. Avowed's combat went through a massive overhaul after fan feedback. The first trailers they showed, the combat was roasted. And the developer, they came out, they said, hey, we knew the combat looked bad, and we were going to work on it, but then seeing that as the main criticism forced us to start working on it sooner. And they overhauled the combat, and again, at Gamescom, we're going to see more Avowed, so we'll see how much the combat's come along, but it would not surprise me if the game needs more time in the oven. And that is fine. What the bullcrap and like, oh, it's so crowded. I was like, no, not really. I mean, for me, I play indie games, so like, you know, my window is as crowded as I want, you know, can afford. But the general audience, nah, man, like your only competition's Wukong, Fantasia, like Story of Bana, like yeah, you know, maybe Stalker 2. Like there might be a bit of a crossover there. Like yeah, you're not really crowded right now. It's a decently open fall window. Nah, you need more time to cook. Just say you need more time to cook. Ain't no one gonna hate on you for needing more time to cook. Other than the haters who are gonna hate on you for delaying anything. Now, in fairness, because I'm not gonna be some loon who nitpicks at every little tiny detail, they are probably being tongue-in-cheek and really did just mean, hey, we need more time to develop. But the excuse that they're pushing out of a crowded window is not something unique to Obsidian. It's been done before when the game really needed more time. That's all there's to say about this. Hit the like, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace!